Big Z Reviews. The Curse of La Llorna is a surprise Conjuring Universe movie, and I liked a lot of bits of it, but it has this feeling where they're getting a little too formulaic, like for the whole Conjuring style movies, and it felt a little bit like the Paranormal Activity, the one Latino one where they had that they could separate from the main series, but they could give that movie I kind of liked, but at the same time it was like you felt like this whole idea was getting old, and I was saddened to kind of feel like this whole idea is kind of getting old in this movie, even though I liked it.
Father, can you help us?
The church works with people who specialize in situations like this.
Curse of La Llorna.
Is she coming?
She's already here.
What do we do?
So this was directed by Michael Chavez, and I think he's actually the one that's going to be directing the Conjuring 3, sadly. But I mean, the directing of this one is good. Like, I mean, there's some stuff that he did that I liked. Like, there's some, like, the opening scene is kind of like a one-take shot, and I liked it. It was well done. And some other stuff, some of the scares or how they were filmed were very creative. But then I found too much, like, it was a little slow at times. Like, they had multiple scenes of, like, the mom walking around the house, or people walking around the house waiting for a jump scare, and it dragged on a little too long. Like this is a big house. What? You have a really big house. I guess. Like, what? Your husband was a cop, and you were working at TPS, Child Protective Services. That's a pretty big house for that. But and it's funny though, because like I will say the dialogue again is pretty bad. Like not quite the first Annabelle bad, but I mean it's close to it, especially in the beginning. I don't know why some of these horror movies, they feel like they have to introduce everyone and they have to tell you what their character is, so they have to do all this exposition, and it's so they don't talk like real people. It's like they go in, they're like, "You're late." Or like, "Oh, I'm sorry that my husband is dead and I have 2 kids, and she has a husband to support her and doesn't have any kids. What am I going to do? You know that." And it's like, a person doesn't talk like that. People don't talk like that. Why are you talking like that? Every chance they get, you like, and they go to visit the woman that is being her kids. La Llorna is trying to take her kids, and like she like thinks that they're just locking her up, and they try to get the kids out of the house because she's going crazy. But like she's like the police person that's with her is like, "I can't let you go in there alone. Your husband was a policeman, and he's dead, but I'm here now, and if he wouldn't let you go in there, would he?" And like, "Yes, he would." And like, people don't talk like that. And it really rubs me the wrong way when movies do that. It seems like a lot of times the horror movies do that too. Like in the beginning. Like later on it's better, but it's just, some of the stuff is so bad. But on to the actual La Llorona. Like, I think it's cool to bring something in that, the Mexican or folklore about like the white woman or the crying woman, but like there's a lot of backstory with that character that could be really cool. I think it's a little disappointing that it's just like you bring it in America, like instead of having something like where it came from. But at the same time, I like things that they did, but I think too often, I don't know what it is. I think because they try to do the jump scare, so they go, "Ah!" But they do this thing where, like, when La Llorona is just kind of crying or in a corner or like watching like the umbrella, and you see her like hands doing stuff, and I love the creepiness. I loved, but then too often it all turns into a "Ah! I'm a ghost! Boo!" And it's like the mouth, like it's all CGI, and the mouth like extends down. Like, I don't know what is something about the people that work on the CGI in the Conjuring films. They all think to do the jump scare you have to do like a really long mouth, and it's stupid. I like the creepiness more than just the jump scares. And honestly, I didn't find the jump scares that effective in this one. But still, like, I liked a lot of it. I liked the idea when you have the horror story, the ghost story, and you have someone come in that can help him and can kind of defeat it. And this one was kind of like a Mexican version of the Warrens. And I mean, I liked some stuff that he did with it. Like, I liked his character. His character, the medium was kind of cool. I liked Raymond Cruz as kind of like, he was an old pastor, I think, or like he used to work with the church, but he didn't agree with what they did, so now he's like using more like Mexican, like almost like shamanistic sort of things, and like older rituals and stuff to get rid of them. And I really liked a lot of that stuff. Although when you get into it, the kids have to do so stupid things throughout the film, like especially at the beginning, like each of the characters have been haunted by this La Llorona, and no one like talks to each other about it. And I just, like the kids don't work like that. If that happens, the kid will go to their mom. Mom, I just saw a white woman that tried to grab me. Oh my god! And like, no, okay, there's nothing. They don't talk to anyone until oh, I've been haunted. Oh, you've been haunted. I've been haunted. Oh no! And like it's. I know it's kind of like a trope, but and then the daughter, has to do some such idiotic stuff in the end, and like I won't spoil it, but it's just like shit's going down in this house, and like and she has to do something really stupid to continue the story. And I understand you have to continue the story, but she should be scared shitless. She should be hovering around her mom and not like leaving for anything, but then she's off doing stuff to continue the movie. And especially it didn't have to work like that, because there's another thing that comes in that continues it anyway. Like, but it's so stupid. But again, the goofiest thing is that I still liked the movie. Like, it's not like The Nun I really disliked. I did not enjoy it. But this one I still enjoyed. It's just the worst part of it is just that I felt I was starting to, it's like the whole concept and the following the Conjuring tropes that they've developed. Like it was so, step by step by step, paint by numbers, that it worries me about the health of this franchise. Like it did well enough for, made a decent amount of money for how cheap it was. So it's not, and financially it's not in any risk. But I just worry about the quality of the films. But I guess we'll have to see, coming up. But I give it like a 6.75, 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, if you like horror films, I think you might enjoy it. But it definitely has some problems. But thanks for watching. You can either play this on my head and subscribe to me at Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.